Following the announcement by officials in southern Africa on what they had discovered about Omicron, a COVID-19 variant far more dangerous than Delta, countries around the world immediately started taking measures to discriminately isolate that part of the world, something Rwanda's president has pointed out as not right.
In fact, I agree. I saw the president of South Africa saying that South Africa, for example, was being punished for being transparent and putting information out there of what they had discovered. But others who had identified it had been quiet and they had discovered that before. In our case, Rwanda had to take measures internally here in the country, but naturally also to do with beyond our borders. And the simple reason was, for example, the flights that come from Southern Africa, most of the passengers who come to Kigali don't terminate their journey in Kigali, in Rwanda. The majority are going through to other destinations. So there was going to be an economic backlash if we just went to Southern Africa. First of all, we would be not bringing passengers because passengers normally come through here to other destinations, so they wouldn't be coming. We might be able to carry passengers to Southern Africa, originating from here, but on the way back, the flights would almost be empty every time. So it wouldn't make economic sense. In fact, we would probably make huge loss around that. So one of the measures we took was to say, well, let's wait and see what happens across the world. Let's stop on flying to Southern Africa. But I'm raising this because of the need we are emphasizing for us to keep finding ways we can be better coordinated so that each country, each airline, does not do whatever they think is suitable only for themselves, but rather, if better coordinated, seeing how we affect each other and maybe improve our actions on that.
This 33rd plenary session of the African Civil Aviation Commission comes as the global aviation sector continues to reel from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, not least of all Africa's aviation sector that lost a whopping $10 billion in 2020 alone and is expected to lose another $8 billion this year. Globally, flights were slashed by 60% last year. This is among the reasons President Paul Kagame is calling for serious reforms in the way the skies over the continent are managed if the sector is to rebound and develop.
The liberalization of air transport can help with the sustainable recovery from COVID-19 pandemic effects, while facilitating operation of the African continental free trade area. Allow me to make a few suggestions on steps to fast-track the development of a single air transport market on our continent. First, investment in infrastructure is very critical. Rwanda's aviation industry continues to see considerable growth, particularly with the increase in capacity of Rwandair and the construction, the upcoming of the new international airport. These investments support connectivity within Africa and complement Rwanda's decision to remove visa requirements for fellow Africans. Also, as we have made it easy for other travelers from outside of our continent.
Other dignitaries to speak at the event also emphasized the need to learn from other parts of the world in order to make improvements to Africa's aviation sector.
L'aviation africaine a un grand potentiel.
African aviation has great potential we should all take advantage of in order to develop. That is why we should learn from the experiences of other regions around the world that have liberalized their air services.
Qui ont libéralisé leurs services aériens.
The 3-day gathering here in Kigali is bringing together around 200 delegates from the 55 African Union member states.
Iraq and Shari's onions are